Who is here?
Hi, my name is Hannah.
Hi, Hannah. Are you able to put your video on or you don't want to?
Sure.
Hi, Hannah. Happy
Hi,
New Year.
thank you. Happy New Year.
What brings you here? Please
Um,
ask your questions. So far, you're the only one, so you have to ask questions.
okay. So I realized the pattern in my dating is that I I always end up um like I want to say no, but then I get convinced from my parents or other people to continue. And
Mhm.
then I end up dating them for like a long time and then I really regret it and I end up feeling like so sick and um I guess then I just feel like it's like too late to say no and then it just like ends up becoming a huge mess. And then yeah, like in the beginning I was like scared to say no myself because I'm like maybe I won't find someone. And like now like I do want to say no, like I'm strong enough to say no, but then like other people around me are telling me not to say no.
Mhm.
And I also feel like I don't know if it's like my fault. Like I feel like I know what I'm looking for and like sometimes I really do like someone and sometimes I just don't. Like I trust myself like who I like and who I don't like, but like sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe I can make it work with this person even though I'm not like so into them. But I know that's very important for like making it work in a marriage. You have to really like the person. Like it can't just be like mediocre.
Right. So, what's
Yeah.
the bottom line question? I understand the set, like what the story is and what the patterns are, but what is your question?
I guess um how do we determine whether like you should continue dating because maybe you're gonna end up liking them or just to end it. Like maybe the people around me are right. Like because I know that the more time you spend with someone, like you could end up liking them if you focus on their positive attributes, but you also don't want to lead the person on and keep on going out for a long time.
Right. So I think initially to go out based on do I like them right now or not
Uh-huh.
is wrong. You just give it a try, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how long is that giving a try going to last? Let's say 3 dates, 4 dates, 2 dates. Like you have to really create a certain like measurement. What is my giving a try means? I'm giving it a try. What does that mean for me?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Don't look, do I like the person? Can I fall in love with the person? Like that, that is a very far away questions. It's impossible to answer right now on a second date or on the first date. You can't answer those questions. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You are giving it a try. It's like, I don't know how this cafe is, but I'll give it a try based on what I see. And you go. Right? You don't know if you're going to fall in love with the coffee they serve. You have no idea. You can't give yourself that kind of expectation. I need to fall in love no matter what because I invested 10 dates into that coffee shop. I went there and I bought 10 coffees there 10 times in a row. I have to fall in love with it. No, you don't. So I think the whole setup is a little bit messed up. Your parents' idea, everyone else's idea, they want you to get married. They want you to be set for life. They want you to be settled for life, the rest of it, right? You have to measure what is now in front of me. Am I looking into this person? Do we have common ground? Do we discuss things that both mutually interesting? Do we like spending time together? Like that's as far as you can go right now. You can't go further than that. Is he going to be my husband? You can't decide on the first date. He can't decide on the first date whether you are going to be the mother of his children. So it's expectations. What is the expectation right now? And if you say for giving it a try, it exhausted itself, there is no interest there to give it a try further. So you stop giving it a try. And I think you have a program. No, you should continue. Maybe you'll fall in love with him. That setup, maybe I'll fall in love with him. Maybe I'll end up liking him. Without that, do I want to spend one date with that person? Do I look forward to this one date with this person? Without that, you cannot possibly like him eventually. If you can't answer this initial question, do I want this date? Like, will I enjoy drinking coffee with this person or taking a walk at the park? And if you can't answer this question, you cannot expect yourself falling in love with them later. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but sometimes like you'll go out one, two, three times and you want to say no, but then you'll push yourself and then you're like, oh, actually maybe they are okay. So then now I can't trust myself.
When you say no because you're not really interested in the person, or you cannot find common discussions or interests, it's not because they're bad.
Yeah.
It's just for you, they are not interesting or compatible. There's nobody bad in this world. They could be either compatible or not, right? So your viewpoint is a little bit too broad, right? Maybe eventually I'll like that person. It's like, yeah, eventually I might like something in that person because that person has something likable in them. But
Yeah.
it's not like he's the only guy on a planet Earth that's left that you have to make it work with. It's some energy of like worry, and maybe there is no other ones, or maybe my time is passing by, and like there's a worry energy present, you know?
Yeah.
And you just say to yourself again and again, what's mine is not gonna go anywhere. It's always going to be with a little name, energetic name. This is for Hannah. This is Hannah's future husband. You're not going to mistake him. He's not going to mistake anyone else. It's not going to just like, oh, I missed him because I was too busy doing something else, studying or working. I missed my boat with him. He was really my husband. There is no such thing. What's yours? It's always there, and it's only a sign for you. Just really trust that. You're not going to miss him. He's not going to miss you. He's not going to marry mistaken Hannah or some other person because something happened. It's a sign for you. Now, the question is, how do you meet him? You first trust that the guy that is meant for you is out there, and he is only waiting for you, and you are only waiting for him. Just this inner alignment, like trust. You really need to center yourself with that kind of, fix your thoughts around that belief. And
Yeah.
once you know he's out there, and you could breathe in deeper and relax. Okay, he's out there. I don't manifest him. I don't deserve him. I don't need to earn him. I don't need to rush and look for him. I don't need to be afraid to miss him. None of that energy of outgoing energy. It's more centered energy that's needed. I know he's there, and I know he's only for me, and I know I'm only for him. It's
Mm-hmm.
a very calm energy, gathered energy. From that gathered energy, you could meet a person. You can't meet a person when you don't believe he's there, and you are responsible to make him come about. You are not responsible to make him come about. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Makes
And
sense.
your parents are not responsible to make him come about.
Yeah.
You just know he is there. That knowing, that true kind of conviction. I just know the guy that I'm supposed to marry is there. I could tune in to him and I could thank him for our future life, for our future experience. And I'm grateful that he is there and everything in my life is preparing to meet him. Every single day I wake up, it's not a wasted day. I wake up, I know I'm being prepared, and I'm sure he is being prepared for what we need to go through together. And that is your work, truly. There is no more work needs to be done. When you are ready, all the doors will be knocking, and he will be coming, and he will be showing up, and he will be right in front of you. But you
Mm-hmm.
just have to be ready inside.
Mm-hmm.
Right now inside there is worry, there is a lot of worry of the parents and people that love you, right? There is a lot of this, like, maybe I'll miss him, maybe I'll never get married, like that anxiety kind of feeling. That's what inside you, and from that place you can't meet anyone comfortable, good, promising. This is a wrong place to meet someone. In fact, you don't want to meet someone when you're in that place because it's going to be like always like an earthquake.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Just sit with it and see what happens.
Thanks. So do you think that like if someone goes on a date and like the next day they wake up and they just don't have like a good feeling in their stomach, like is that a bad sign or it could just be they have anxiety themselves?
There are your anxieties. There are anxieties of whoever you're with or under. If you're in the same house with people, you could be picking up people's anxiety. You really need to tune in and find out whose anxieties you are right now translating. If you put your hand here and you breathe in, and anxiety is right inside here, that means it's your anxiety about something not necessarily related to your dating. But
Mm-hmm.
if anxiety is like somewhere feeling like it's near you, it's not, I don't know if you energetically tuned in person, that means you are picking up somebody's worries. And you're like, okay, let's pin it on me. Energy just floats in the air, and we could either own it or identify it's not mine and like return it to whoever it belongs. So I just don't know if you went out with someone and you feel anxiety, it's either you had high expectation for this date and expectations are a little bit off balance. When you meet someone once or twice, you shouldn't be having anxiety about the guy because you're just meeting once or twice. It's not like he's proposing you tomorrow, you're preparing to marry him tomorrow. It's not like it's nothing is really happening to have anxieties. Do you hear my
Yeah.
point? It's just one step at a time. You're getting to know each other. And for that, there is a place for excitement. There is a place of like a little flirting energy. There is a place for other emotions, but not anxiety. Anxiety is huge. Like, why is there anxiety there?
Right. I
There
guess
might. Uh-huh.
it's because I don't want to hurt the person, so I want to find out as soon as possible whether I should say no. And also, because that's how the shidduch dating is. Like you have to figure it out like quickly whether you want to say no or not, or whether you want to marry them. So,
I don't know who taught you that, but
there's like,
even with the shidduch, you could take time and you could just sit with it and you just like vibe it out, like what happened like yesterday at that date. Just wait all sides comfortably. It's not like you're in his face talking to him 24/7 and it's dangerous for the shidduch setup. You're just taking a little bit time off for yourself, walking along in the park, journaling, understanding where you're holding with this specific person. You could take a day or two off and just like breathe in and out, and that's it.
mhm, right.
Unless you're like in a Satmar community where you have to sit in front of the parents and date and talk in front of the parents, or in some like very Haredi place, which I have doubts. Shidduch also, like, there is a pressure from Shatchanim. They rush you, they pressure you. You could just like put them a little bit off, though. You don't have to respond to their messages. You don't have to get into their hype. Just like you do your thing. You could call back in a week. It's okay. Or respond in a couple of days. It's fine.
Yeah. Right. Um,
Just always know that your guy is out there and he is getting ready for you and you're getting ready for him. And you could just like meditate and say to life, what is it that I need to do today to make my steps towards my husband? Because you need to prepare. You need to get more centered, more aligned, more calm, more trustful. There's a lot of components in order for you to attract a happy marriage. There's no much components needed to attract not happy marriage. You just need to be all over the place and worry about everyone. Or maybe I'm putting him off. Maybe I'm being not nice to him, or to Shadchan, or to Shadchan's grandmother. And like, this is a perfect setup to attract somebody wrong,
mhm,
right? But if you just like align, you're only responsible at this moment for your feelings and your connections to what's showing up. Are you connected to what's coming up? If it's anxiety, is it my anxiety? Is there a place for anxiety right now? Is there a place for deep worry right now? Why am I worrying? Is that worry from somewhere old from my ancestors? Or it's mine from today, from 2026? Like, where is this anxiety from? And just sit with it and process it. That's how you get prepared to a good marriage.
mhm.
Yeah?
It's yeah. Sorry.
I'll take other questions, and if you'll have more after you process what I said, you'll come back, okay?
Yes, thank
Thank you,
you.
Hannah. That was a beautiful question. I hope I answered so far.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. All right. Who else is here? Anyone has questions? Ladies, anyone has questions? Um, I'm here for you. I'm listening if anyone has any questions. I'm just gonna resend a link to Shura. Alina, you want to say something?
Hi, Miriam. Thank you.
Hi, my
I,
dear. I'm so sorry for everything that happened to you. I'm here for you.
thank you so much. I don't know if you can hear me.
I could hear you.
Oh, great. Thank you. I don't know. Maybe if you have some basic advice for me, maybe.
Yeah. So Alina just lost her mom 2 days ago, and it was a sudden loss. And we all knew her mom. A lot of people here. In fact, I used to teach in her house. She used to host me as a speaker, and used to bake challahs in her house. It was very warm, happy, uplifting. always young, always joking woman. You know, that's how I remember her. And it's interesting, within my crew, so to speak, whoever follows me and with whoever I work, I heard twice within 2 days a sudden death. There was one lady said that she lost a friend. She said she spoke to her in the morning and she was preparing like a small bonfire outside her house. And she said, and she used to love smoking in front of bonfire. And we're talking about like 85-year-old plus or something, 87-year-old. And they were planning their evening and her heart just stopped. And she said it was lifelong kind of relationship and friendship. And like a sudden death definitely, I know it's painful and it's shocking, and it requires a lot of our kind of holding on in order to let that energy go through us, especially if it's a sudden death. But it expands us, it expands the soul, and it expands us, especially if it's sudden. Or like if you tune into the soul, souls usually stay in our kind of realm for about 30 days. And especially if it was sudden, they're like also in shock and they also don't know what just happened. Some of them are like, if you consciously tune in, they sometimes feel that they are like asleep, maybe they're in coma. They don't really connect that they're actually died. So I don't know what you feel about your mom and what feelings, if you had any dreams in this last 2 days. I could pick up a few points to help you connect.
I really didn't sleep yesterday. I slept okay this morning. I can't remember any of my dreams.
Yeah, I don't think there is a connection in her consciousness that she's died. I think her consciousness is also like asleep a little bit, and she feels maybe she's in a deep coma. That's usually what happens with a sudden death. But she's definitely around your house and she's definitely around all of you. And she feels all of you, but she doesn't know where she is. There is no connection and agreement to the fact that she's passed away. I think the best thing that the closed ones could do in this state is allow that process to unfold for her first. And she will be kind of slowly waking up from that sleep that she's in, her soul is in, and partially leaving her body. There is a consciousness in her body still, even though if it's buried or it's about to get buried. So she will need to like do that work, collecting her consciousness from her body and going places where she truly needs to get settled. But the best thing is to just imagine and face and pray that she will have a smooth transition, because sometimes transition could be like worrisome for the soul, and the soul might feel, oh, I didn't do this and I didn't do that and I needed to finish and I needed to say and I needed to reassure, and the soul kind of feels something undone. But the best place for the soul is actually to be completely disconnected from this world once there is no functionable body. So your prayer should be, I pray that she will have a smooth transition. Everything was done. There was no mistake. Everything had to happen the way it happened. In fact, her soul chose that it should be a sudden death and it should be death like that. The soul sees before it comes down here the day of the death. And we actually approve it on a higher level. So there is no mistake. There is no miss out. There is none of that. I just want you to, on her behalf and on behalf of other family members, to just make peace and like allow things to be as they happened. Don't try to understand it differently or fight it. Part of grief is to let all the emotions come up. Allow all the emotions to show up, whether you're upset or you're bargaining or you're sad or you're angry or you angry at the person that died, angry at yourself, angry at those that were supposed to be in the house and were not in the house when it happened, angry at a lot of things, doctors at some cases. I just like allow and let those emotions show up and just say, I validate every single emotion that is coming. There is no right and wrong for any emotion. There is no specific time for any emotion. As long as they need to stay, they're welcome to stay. And you just breathe in and out every single emotion that shows up. Yeah. From what I said so far, anything you want to remark or ask, or I don't want to talk to myself.
Yes. I cannot say that I was very stressful. And when it happened, and took like really long time. And yesterday was a little bit better because we were arranging a funeral, and I was like a lot of clarity on what I need to do. It was kind of like quick, and I was also very tired. But yeah, today I don't know. I feel very um, settled mentally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing what I'm always doing. So I don't know. I'm a little
Yeah,
worried about
you're a
Aaron,
little worried
my
about Aaron.
Aaron, yes, because he was very very upset.
Mm-hmm. So just hold the space for him. Don't
Mhm.
say anything. Let him be upset. Let the upset go through him. Understand that some energies just have to go through us. They mold us. They create us, recreate us, those energies. And we don't need to mix in. Just say, I'm here in case it's too shaky, too rocky. I'm here for you. You could cry on my shoulder next to me. You could say anything you need. Preferably later on, they should be able to speak to other people, what they regret, what they felt was wrong. Like all the things will come up. And mismatch and like anger, the fact that she died, the fact that she died suddenly, or something from the past, some episode that was like kind of repressed would show up as well. But as I said, because she is herself is like in a deep coma right now, so to speak, right? When her soul will wake up and will realize that there is death, you will feel it too. All of you will feel it much more. And like it's a mutual thing until she goes to where she's supposed to go. And from that place where she's supposed to go, there is going to be more interaction, normal interaction. Right now, there is just going to be a bunch of emotions. And those emotions rock us like that. It's the same like falling in love. It just like really shakes us, creates expansion, and then you will see what this was for. Maybe a birth of a grandchild, maybe a birth of a child, maybe a kind of something new will just suddenly fall into the family or tribal kind of. This expansion happens for a purpose. It usually does. But right now, you need to kind of withstand, be able to hold on tight while these rocky emotions take over. Do you hear my point?
Yes, yes, I hear you exactly. Thank you.
Yeah. But definitely her soul still is kind of dorming in no understanding. There is no understanding. It's just like hanging there. And you just allow things to unfold. In those areas, nobody forces anyone to pursue, to go further. Whenever the soul is ready, the soul will know that it's ready to move and to apart. Another thing I would suggest doing, maybe after 30 days, not now. Now it's still kind of shocking for you and her as well, to write a letter. You need to write a letter to her, things that you did not. Is somebody needs to be on a mute because I hear the background.
Oh, that's me. I'm
Oh,
on four.
okay, just mute it, please.
Mhm.
I want you to write a letter, things that you kept as a secret, never end up telling her, uh, always wanted to tell her, but did not know how to tell her, did not want like a big, maybe fight to come up. Write all the secrets that you withheld and never shared with her. It could be uncomfortable stuff. It could be stuff that you felt against her. You felt that she did something wrong for you. That's important to write it down. And that is, in a way, will be a healthy let go. Because those little things that we never end up saying and did not say and did not say it fully and said it, but in a kind of tricky way, hold the soul on a standby. It's important to write it all out. You don't have to say it. You could read it if you're alone in the house and it's like a deep secret or something. You could speak and read this letter, and it's better to do with someone who is intuitive because they could tell you if you wrote everything. If you still withholding something, it's better to put it all on a paper. And then with whether you're a lefty or a righty, I don't know, with the opposite hand, let's say if you write usually with your right hand, with your left hand, just focus that she is gonna write you a letter and just allow, write anything, whatever comes up, don't think. And you will be amazed how specific it's her talking. Is also going to write you a letter. But it's better to do this type of kind of exercises after 30 days when the soul wakes up. Her soul is still asleep. As I said, she thinks she's in coma. And you just have to like let things settle first, and a lot of things will come up for you, and a lot of things will show up in the family. You will get to understand why it happened exactly at this time. Like there'll be a little bit more clarity, but there is no mistakes. Right now there's energy moving, and this energy is there to expand you. Sometimes it's death that expands us, sometimes it's birth that expands us. Just allow things, don't say no to it. Just say there is rightness to that, for her soul and for us. There's some rightness to this. And just breathe in and out. Yeah. Anything else? What, anything to add or ask?
Thank you so much. It makes perfect sense. I love your idea about the letter. I love it.
Yeah. You have some of her parts, her projected parts on you. I would leave it now there. Don't
Mhm.
do anything with it. But eventually you also need to kind of polish it and return it back to her and collect your parts that you projected yourself on her. When we grow up, we project ourselves on our parents. We kind of place our motherhood on them, place our first birth on them. Like we kind of place a lot of our parts and it stays there. So it's better to collect your parts from her, whatever she was integrating using you, and you, whatever you did through her, collect your parts to yourself, but also for later. Right now is just like a quiet time. There is like a shock. right? And the shock has to be lived through. You can't just like brush it off because that shock will follow. Like I think I said in some of our lectures, I have a neighbor. She lost her husband like 6 years ago. Also, all of a sudden, he had a minor cold. They rushed to the hospital. He was like choking or something with his breathing was not regular, and they injected a wrong medicine, and he died on the spot. And she's like fighting forever with the court and the hospital. It was proven that he got a wrong injection. And like you could see the shock on her face now. She is in shock. She did not live through the shock yet. Even though she's smiling, extremely warm person, she has a boyfriend, she like kids are growing up and everything. But that shock is still there. So why I'm saying while the shock is there, live through it, give it space, identify it, say, I know I'm now going through shock. It is a shocking death. It wasn't preparing us. It just happened. So allow things to be unfolding as they come, right?
Yes, thank you. That yeah, I feel like I have to go with whatever right now. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm here for you whenever you need me and ask questions or just even bounce against, like some ideas that come up or thoughts or regrets or blame or guilt or anything. Just like allow those things to come and show up. It's not that you are blaming, it's just blame is going through you. It's a different kind of process. Don't start feeling sorry that you're blaming her, blaming life, or blaming God. No, there's some blaming energy coming through me right now. And then there's a little bit more consciousness happens. You're not blame goes through you. You hear?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
I love you. I'm here for
Thank
you.
you.
And yeah, may she have a smooth transition, as I said. That's
Amen.
the most important prayer because she needs to understand firstly what's going on, then make peace with death, then follow the next journey of that soul, of her soul. And that has to be smooth because soul does waste a lot of energy when it starts reacting or rejecting or fighting. It could take years, and you don't want that. So you put the candle there. Try not to focus on her pictures that much, because that brings soul back to her form. So just like a candle, make sure there is a candle for 12 months, the 9-day candle or 7-day candle constantly burning, even if you're traveling.
7-day candle. They gave us at the funeral home 7-day candle.
Yeah, but you have to buy them. For 12 months, you need to buy them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you buy and you let it light, especially in a place where she used to sleep in that room. And try not to attach it to her picture. I brought in picture after a year. It's just like didn't feel right to bring in Ephraim's big picture, but eventually you will feel right to bring in her picture in the house, like a bigger, larger framed picture.
Thank
All
you.
right, my dear. Yes. Anyone else wants to ask anything? Yes, I'm here.
I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna thank you very much because this idea was letter I even have for myself, I have lost a good friend a month ago as well. And it's not that I didn't make a peace. Yes, a peace inside, but the tears, they still go. And, usually in the last 2 years, I have lost all my uncles and some of my friends. And every time before it was happening, I always had a dream with some person that he's existing this life. And I just don't want to say the name because everybody knows him. And I knew when I would wake up in the morning, I knew that somebody gonna leave this world, like that I know, okay? And it was happening this way. As now I've learned that this person comes in my dream, I know it's kind of, letting me know that somebody's leaving this world, okay?
Wow.
And
Wow.
but this time, with with Leia, I didn't have any dream. Nothing. Like it was sudden. Like I'm telling you, for the last 2 years, I've lost like many people, and every time this person would have come in my dream. This time, nothing. It was so sudden, and it's from one point, yes, it's very sad. From other point, I'm happy that she didn't suffer.
Yeah.
Because she didn't suffer.
Some people in suffering and in this thought, it could happen any minute and it could be any second and drag for a year like that. Yeah.
Yes, she didn't suffer.
Yeah, in a way, it's a blessing to die like that. Yeah.
Yes. And you know what? I don't know. I just, I cannot, I'm crying, I'm crying for the loss. We are human being and probably that's inside of us. But I'm kind of quiet for her, And even I have, in my head now, they had letter, to write for those that we didn't didn't have enough time to say them whatever we wanted to say, It's very interesting, This idea with letter, it's really interesting. And yesterday I was writing, yes, I lit candle. I even made tzedakah, and and yesterday whole day I was reading Tehillim in her name, and it brings peace in me, but at the same time it's so hard to separate. Very hard.
Yeah.
I was crying yesterday whole day. The tears just came, not because I wanted to cry. They just coming out, like I cannot stop it right now. I don't have control on it. And somehow in my head, she was smiling, like I saw her smiling to me and saying to me, I love your picture on your WhatsApp. You're so beautiful there. Like, this is what she's telling me. I know many people thought that she's tough lady and she's this. And with me, since I've met her, I just, I have to take it out. Since I've met her, I don't know. I always felt very comfortable with her. I knew doesn't matter how much time we don't see each other. Every time we meet, we understood each other without talking. Last time we've met, I was in Toronto. We didn't want even to go to restaurant, whatever. We just went to the park. We were sitting and was saying, and you know what? She's had even some plans, and this is why it was so sudden to me, because she never stopped wanting to live better life. She always wanted to go for it. And I wish that all this will be with her daughter. She loved her very much. Alina, she loved you very much. And so this want to live better life.
She was full of life. Yeah.
Yes,
Full of life, full of smiles.
yes.
And I remember like her joy was with me. The interaction was mostly when I was in Toronto and on Rockford living in that house, and she used to come a lot. Her main goal was that her daughter will convert, her grandchildren will convert,
Yes,
everyone
yes,
will come to
yes,
Judaism,
yes,
will be
yes,
settled in that. And
yes,
it's like when it happened, like for her, this is like life is
yes,
good, you know,
yes,
life
yes,
is
yes,
great.
yes, yes. And
Yeah.
this
She
one
was
thing all the
extremely
time.
happy, positive.
Yes, 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 yes. And I wish that all those qualities, all those, really need, to smile. And she always smiled. You know what? She always smiled. I don't know. I don't remember her not smiling when I was meeting with her. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's true.
Should
It's
her
true.
memory be a big, big blessing, for everybody who wants to live a happy life. Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
She should be
Yeah.
settled in her new
Yes.
place. She should be
Yes.
happy in her new place. Her
Yeah.
soul should find peace. That's the main thing. And the
Yeah.
family members should be comforted and be at peace. But that's a
Amen.
process. It's not going to happen overnight. Things
Yes,
will
it's not gonna
come up
happen
and
over
down.
time. Yes. Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
it's expected for things to come up, And they say after a year things finish. It's not true.
No, it's not
It
finished.
could just
No.
be, it could feel like you're done with everything and you moved on, but then something triggers and it just comes up as if like it was yesterday. And it's
Yeah.
normal too. Like
That's
no
it. Yeah.
expectations. Just allow things to come and go.
Yeah. 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 Thank you, Miriam.
Yeah.
I had troubles
Thank you.
to connect because usually when the Zoom invite link sent, it's always a Zoom link, and I'm pressing this link and it opens. This time they wanted for me to register it. I registered. Then they wanted me, to put down the link, and I don't have the link. Anyway,
But
it's
you
okay.
came in. That's good.
Yes, if it was, I was talking to Hashem. I tell you the truth. I told, listen, if it's meant for me to be at this meeting, I will be there. If not, as probably this is what's how it's supposed to be. As soon as
Yes.
I thought about it, you send me the link. Yes,
Beautiful. Good to
yes,
see you.
yes, yes. Okay,
All
okay.
right. Good to see
Yes.
everyone. We should only have good news, good year,
Amen.
smooth
Amen.
unfolding
Amen.
of the new year, new beginning,
Amen.
only blessings. If anyone
Yeah.
has any more questions or remarks about today's meeting, I'm here for the next maybe few minutes. I'm here for you guys. Hannah, you still here or you left?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Any thoughts? Any last thoughts?
Um, is it like possible to make yourself like someone and then in the end it ends up not working out because like you didn't like listen to yourself in the beginning or not or no? Like let's say you like try to like cultivate the love and the emotions that aren't coming like naturally. Like does it have to be like something active or does it is it just passive? And can it work out
It's
negatively?
not, it's natural.
Positively?
It's not active or passive. It's natural. You meet a person, you check in. What is it that you feel? And you be honest to what you see inside. Don't try to make up things. Don't try to push stuff to feel. Nothing active or passive, just natural. What's naturally coming in. Don't assume it's there. Don't lie to yourself. Don't force yourself to think you should like. It's okay for you not to like. It's okay for you to just be in not knowing. You don't know. It's fine, but just identify it as you don't know. There is nothing to worry about your future husband. He is going to come and you will see, like, it's easier for me to talk to people that been exposed to number of relationship, yeah, because they could go back and see that it looked to them that they were ready, but and they were kind of hustling about it, and they were already like looking at the time and like looking at the year, maybe I'm getting too old, maybe nobody's interested in me, but something was happening in their life that prepared them for this specific interaction. They were not ready yet. They maybe were 40 or 30 or 25-year-old. But it's not about age, and it's not about a status role. It's not about when am I going to be a mother? When am I going to give birth? When am I going to raise those kids? It's about being ready for this specific interaction. There is something in you needs to be prepared or reshift or rewritten for the next guy that is supposed to come, or that first guy that is supposed to come. And you will see, looking backwards, you will see, I know why it took an extra year. Because it was in this year I was doing A, B, C, D, and I did that. And that prepared me for him. You're always led. You're always supervised. The things that you're doing, you think they're random, but they're not. The things that put in front of you, and you think like, oh, I have to do this, and now I have to take that test, and now I have to move to another country. It's not random. All those things, they prepare you for what's next. It's all very wisely kind of customized for you. And it's not only for marriage. Before you conceive and give birth to a child, you need to be in a specific form for that specific soul that is coming to you to be taken care by you. So you are prepared for that as well. Just always picture yourself being led. We are never alone. We are always led. We are always the doors are always opening for us, the ones that we need to go through in order to prepare for the next segment of our life. So it's not random, it's not up to you, it's not all in your hands, it's not under your control. It's all very wisely supervised about everything in life. Yes?
Yes, so
You
were you
just
saying
you
that
just
like
have to be aligned to that. You see, that energy that leads us, whether it's your higher soul or your angels or God Himself or life force, whatever you want to call it, that energy is not in the rush, is not lacking anything, is not in anxiety state. And you have to be aligned with that energy in order to feel it. You kind of cannot feel it or see it if your vibrations are about different stuff. The minute you become aligned and matching to the vibration of, I'm not in a rush, everything is unfolding, everything is in a process, nothing is on hold, everything is working towards the next step. And you kind of lean back and rest in that trust. You energetically have to lean and rest instead of run and like prepare to go. Your energies need to match in order for you to feel you are led. And when you let go, that force is going to lead you faster. Process will be faster because when we fight every step and we try to take over the control, the energy moves back and waits for us to stop fighting. So we need to let go the guard and just allow that energy to take us. It's not passivity. It's actually extremely wise and it's actually extremely conscious. It's not being passive. Just allow something is leading me much wiser than my brain. Something is leading me much more loving than anyone could ever love me in this world. Just like allow that to come and lead you. Yeah? But you have to match that in order to feel and sense. Marriage is coming. Before marriage, something else is coming. I need to go through that first. That will prepare me for marriage. That component is important for this specific marriage. Giving up something or inquiring something, getting to know something. Like what's happening in your life right now. That is the main, like what takes most of your energy, consumes most of your energy. That's mainly what prepares you for marriage. Yeah? And it will all start making sense. You're like, wow, yeah, I hear now. I probably will meet that type of guy. But you don't have to guess. You don't have to look for signs. Like people go nuts. You don't understand how many messages I get. Is this a sign that I'm going to marry a guy? If I take if I meet a tall guy that said hello to me, that means my future husband is going to be tall. If I only see a woman in a white dress all day long coming and going, does it mean I'm going to be a bride? So like people just go nuts with signs. And I say, just let go. You don't need signs. You're being led. You're being blessed every moment. Love loves you. Life loves you. God loves you. Your spiritual path loves you. Your unfolding loves you. They're all on your side. Nobody's against you. So just feel it. Feel it. Feel that support. Yes?
Is it like
Don't think
possible to
about the
marry the
guy.
wrong person?
Never.
So then
Never.
why did you say that if you're dating from a place that's not good, then you're gonna attract someone?
You will attract someone who will work out the tribulations that you're currently in. If you're in the energy of being working out your anxiety, paying attention to your anxiety, jumping on your anger and your irritation, this guy is going to be extremely suitable for you to match those vibrations and continue playing that drum.
Mm-hmm.
But he is exactly for that song that you are in.
Mm.
You understand? The song of peace and harmony and deep understanding and acceptance, it's a different melody. And you start playing that melody.
Mm.
Yeah?
So you're saying you naturally don't end up with someone because of all the rocky things that are happening?
You end up with someone who matches your current state, not what you want, not what you wish, not what you pray for, not what your ancestors wish for you. It matches your vibrations right now. You don't get what you want, you get what you are.
Mm. Got it.
If you are about worry, you're going to marry Mr. Worry. You understand?
So then it is possible to marry someone that's not good for you.
Well, not being worried is not good for you, but you're still worrying. And you're going to just amplify that and expand that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's not about good or bad. You see, when you raise a little bit your consciousness, everything serves its purpose. Being worried also helps you to feel how it is to be constantly exhausted through worry, constantly exhausted through anxiety, irritation, anger, and then consciously decide that I want to step out of it. And if I'm stepping out of it, where am I going? That process is very precious. To say that is a wrong process, it's a process that your soul will take from reincarnation to incarnation. It's some knowledge, some path that you are opening up for yourself. To say it's wrong, it's not. It's an experience that will forever stay with your soul as a gift, as a tool, right?
But you could stop it, so why is it something that you need to do?
You definitely could stop it, but we see people don't stop it. And
Mm.
people go into those energies again and again. That means they have lessons to learn through that and kind of learn to leave that zone of existence and join some other zone of existence. Like some people, they might have a lot of money, but they are experiencing lack. Some people have a good husband near them, but they feel lonely, right? Why? You could tell them you're not lonely. You have a friend, you have a husband, you have a lover right next to you. And she goes, no, but I feel lonely.
Mm.
That means she has a lesson, regardless whether she is married or not. She has a lesson to learn regarding loneliness. You understand? Or kids, children. Like I was consulting another one woman. She doesn't have children and she's way over 50. And she says, there is no point in life anymore because I don't have children, right? Like, what's the point of life? And believe it or not, few days prior to her, I had a woman that said, I started having children much earlier in my life. I was almost 19, I was still 18. Children took over my life. I don't have life because I have children. So both of them feeling they are not living. One is not living because she has children. One is not living because she doesn't have children. But they both experiencing this like, I don't have my own life. So their lesson has nothing to do with children. It just bounces against children or lack of children. But the lesson to be in your life flow and be present and show up for your life and really acknowledge your life flow has nothing to do with children. It's your own lesson that you need to go through. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. And I totally identify with the feelings of despair and just feeling like what's the point and just wanting to give up. It happens a lot. I don't know why, but I just have a natural tendency to just want to give up and despair very easily. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it's like the pressure, the parental pressure. I don't know what it is. But or maybe it's just like a defense mechanism that I'm like, I just don't want to exhaust myself anymore. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It could be a lot of different things. We just don't have much time for it. But the point of it is that it's not because you're not married, or it's not because you don't have a settled kind of family life with children, etc. It's because that is what's next for you. You could have been married already 5 years or 8 years and still feel that. Trust me, there are a lot of people with a bunch of kids, with a happy marriage, with a lot of money, with a beautiful house, with beautiful body, feel that. And it's not up to external factors. It's an inner work that you need to look inside and truly honor it and be responsible for it and show up for it. It's a work that needs to be done on the inner level, not pin it on anything external.
got it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next month. May this month be blessed with a lot of good stuff and things. Love you all.
Thank you.
Bye.